Hi, and thanks for stopping by. My name is Larry Weinstein, and I'm both a CPA and the founder of SolveMyTaxProblems.com. And today I wanted to answer the question, who does the revenue officer answer to at the IRS? The answer to that is quite simple. The IRS is structured almost like a corporation, if you will, just like you would see in big-time corporate America. So a revenue officer answers to a manager. The manager of the revenue officer typically has a number of revenue officers under them, typically between maybe 5 to 10 to 20. So those revenue officers all answer to their manager. Now the manager is involved in looking over the shoulder of the revenue officer. The revenue officer has so many cases that have been assigned to them to work. That is known in the business as their inventory. So periodically, the manager is going to go to the revenue officer and ask them, how are you doing on these cases? You've had this case for a while. What's happening with it? Why isn't there some type of resolution? So that's what a manager does. Another thing that the manager does is that when a revenue officer is working the case with you, and let's just say, for example, they're going to get you an installment agreement and that you have to submit financial documentation. You have to fill out collection information forms, typically a 433A. Then the revenue officer on their own is going to come to a decision as to whether or not to grant you an installment agreement and how much a month that installment agreement is going to be paid. So they're going to determine the amount of the payment and whether it's going to be an installment agreement, but they don't work in a vacuum. They don't do this alone. After they put it all together, then guess what? They take it up here to their manager, and their manager reviews what it is that they've done. The manager checks to make sure that they followed IRS rules, regulations, and guidelines, and the manager determines, is that a fair installment agreement amount in this example? Is it fair to the taxpayer, and is it fair to the IRS? Of course, I'd like to think also they're looking to see, is there any way we can get more money? But ultimately, they're going to look at the installment agreement that the revenue officer put together to see, is that fair? And if so, then they'll approve it and you'll get your installment agreement. And I've used installment agreement here as an example, but it could be any solution. So to answer the question, who does a revenue officer report to? They report to their manager. That's it for today. I appreciate you stopping by, and I look forward to speaking with you again real soon.